It's fight week. It's fight week, y'all. Brace yourselves. It's fight week. Anderson Silva fights tomorrow, so it's only fitting that we're playing this song tonight. Ain't No Sunshine, DMX. When you think of this song, you think of the Spider Anderson Silva. I'll say this. To me, Anderson Silva has the greatest walkout music of all time. The greatest walkout to the ring of all time, period. I think GSP. What happened? He has the best one right now. Currently, right now, this era, fine. But you think about of all time is Anderson Silva. I think the best music is GSP with his Friend Trap. I'll say that. But anywho, guys, yes, I sound like shit right now. Allergy season is starting to kick up on me now. Holy crap. But anywho, guys, it's Friday. This is episode 293 of the TML podcast, guys. We are live. We are live here, guys. We are live. We are live here, finally here on the YouTube channel. What is up, guys? You guys are awesome as always. As always, guys, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button down below. Make sure you give the video, the channel some love. This will be available on all podcasting platforms, iTunes, Stitcher, Podbean, Spotify, and iHeart. So if you're listening on over there, please, guys, show the podcast some love. Give us those 5-star ratings. We appreciate, as always, the feedback and all that fun stuff. As always, guys, I am that dork slayer. I am that dude. They call me Steve. You can call me Heel. It's the same shit. And I'm here joined by two awesome good brothers here. All the way in beautiful sunny California. He's graduating next week. They call him now the AEW fanboy assassin himself. The one Chase Oliver. Chase, what's up, brother?
I'm just here to play my music my own way.
Exactly, bro. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Cody would be proud. I will say that right now. And we're here joined by the good brother all the way in Detroit. He's the man with the golden charm. Big Mike from Big Mike Wrestling Recap Show. Big Mike, what's the word, bro?
Hey, man, I would like to say congratulations to Chase, man. You're getting ready to do a great feat that some people don't even do.
30% of Americans only have a degree.
Yeah.
Exactly, man.
Yeah, I'm in that mass majority, man. I don't have a degree.
Yeah, man. You're gonna get there, man. You're gonna get there. But Chase next week is gonna walk down that aisle, style and profile as we all know he can. You better do a woo, bro. You better do a woo when you get your diploma.
My school actually has a live stream, and so I was gonna post a live stream.
There you go. So you better do like at least the McGregor walk or just do a woo. I get your diploma.
I'm debating if I want to do the McGregor walk after I get my diploma or before, or do I want to do a Ric Flair strut and do a woo? Like that's my debate right now. Because like I don't want to be like that. Because like thankfully this is why it's like so good to have like a last name that's in the middle like mine. Like I'm in the O's, so I'll have time to watch how other people accept their diplomas to decide. Okay, this is where I should go. Because like if other people take their diplomas and they kind of are all just kind of normal, then I'll be like, all right, I'm going to be the guy to break the ice a little bit. But if I see more funnier stuff than mine, then I'm going to be like, okay, I got to do like a strut or I got to do the McGregor walk.
So people say my audio's messed up. Is my audio messed up, guys, by the way?
Your audio's fine.
It wasn't just messed up right now. I don't know why.
Well, it's choppy right now, but it was fine when you was talking.
Kind of weird. Let me see here. Let me see here, guys. It happens. Hold up, guys. Hold up. Oh, I can hear myself. I hear myself good. I don't know what's going on. I mean, again, it's OBS, guys, so bear with us. It's OBS. But I hear myself good. It's good now. Thank you. Nothing going on with your audio. It happens, guys. Again, OBS is not perfect. Let's just be clear on that right now. OBS sometimes can be a bitch.
Okay. I thought I couldn't hear Steven. I was going to ask you, Mike, hey, can you hear Steven?
Yeah, I don't hear him right now.
You don't hear me right now? You hear me? Yeah, you hear me though, right?
Probably fixing something.
I'm good, bro. Y'all hear me though, right?
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, now I hear you. Yeah.
We couldn't hear you.
That's weird, guy. That's so weird, guy. I don't know what's going on. Sometimes OBS can be a bitch. It can be a little ridiculous, if you will. Just like AEW trying to charge people $40, try to be slick with it, if you will. But I have my settings here to a T. Everything's going on great here, guys. Everything's going on great here in the virtual studio, if you will. But anywho, guys, there's a lot to get into, if you will. And I thank you guys. And I thank you all again for tuning in. I know Mother's Day weekend is coming up this Sunday. So happy early Mother's Day to all the beautiful mothers out there, my mom included. I'm pretty sure, again, everyone Sunday is going to be spending it with their mother, their queens, if you will. They're queens. And just have a fun time. My plans for Sunday is spending it with my mom. We're having a little party here at the house, so my aunts are coming over, my family's coming over. It's basically, if you will, my mom's side of the family. And they're all bringing food, so you already know, me being Peruvian, holy shit, I'm going to just come with a lot of these Pyrex plates, if you will. And just rack up on the Pyrex, the little, those tappers, those like portable, lunch containers and shit.
Yeah, Pyrex.
Yeah, I said Pyrex. I'm sorry. Listen, all your life you hear your parents call it Pyrex. I'm like, okay, I get what you're saying. So there you go, Pyrex. I'm coming to Pyrex containers. Just rack up on food for the week. This is what I'm doing. But what about you guys? What are you guys' plan for Mother's Day? Chase, what's your plan for Mother's Day this Sunday?
Well, family friend has forced my ass to wake up at 6 in the fucking morning. Well, earlier than that. I'm doing a run at Universal Studios where you get to run the whole back lot and everything like that. For 3 miles, I have to fucking do this shit. Now, you guys have seen me. I'm not fat, okay? But I'm definitely not like, oh, I'm in running shape. Now, I can run if I want to and stuff. Like my body, I can lose weight and gain weight like it's nothing. Like, I'm pretty blessed about that. But, man, dude, I just want to do the part where we just go to Universal Studios and not do the running part. I don't want to do.
I feel you, man.
I got 3 miles, man. 3 miles, and I'm running with the minions. The minions are all gonna make these weird noises and make fun of me for being slow. But it's a cool event, and I'm excited to go. And my mom and I we're pretty much gonna decide if we're super tired, then we'll just go by Studio City and we'll get dinner around there, or not dinner, brunch, I guess you could say, down there. We kind of don't want to be in a place that's super busy. Like my mom and I, we normally like to go to a hole in the wall type of restaurant, just because it is Mother's Day and it's super hard just to find like anything food wise unless you made a reservation. Like I've worked in many restaurants and theaters and know what it's like for Mother's Day. It's just insane. But yeah, we'll find something to do out in that area. If not, we'll just kind of go home and wait until people are settled in for the night and then go for a late night Mother's Day meal. So that's the plan. But it just depends on how, because we don't want to go to Universal Studios if we're smelling like shit. That's what we both said. We don't want to, because we sweat easy, my mom and I, and we don't want to go if we smell bad. Like come on, man. Like I don't want someone to be next to me on Jurassic Park. Where's the Jurassic World now? I don't know what the ride is. And they're like, oh, what the fuck, man? What's that smell? And it's like, oh, shit, that's me.
Big Mike, what about you, brother? What's your plan for Sunday?
Yeah, me and my family will probably take my mom out to dinner somewhere. So it's up to her.
There you go. Guys in the chat, tell you guys, what are you guys' plan for Mother's Day? Where are you taking your queens at on the special Sunday? Like I said, I'm having family come over to the house. Big Mike taking his family, taking his mom out to eat, and Chase is going to go out for a run. So that's going to be fun too. But guys, again, like we said, there's so much to get into. Again, WWE's bad ratings, Lars Sullivan and his controversial tweets. We're also talk about the big news of AEW, because again, I'm trying to kill the attitude there. Okay, you need to tell me that some pissant bodybuilder can tell us what? Nah, I'm just kidding. Okay. Talk about the big news, you guys didn't heard or not, but they got a TV deal apparently to be announced next week, and all that stuff. Again, guys, strap on, tune in. Also, it's Fight Week as well. It's UFC 237 live from Brazil tomorrow. You know what's crazy? It feels like
Bellator, man.
Oh yeah, dude. Bellator.
Steven, we got
MVP Douglas Lima, MVP, and Michael Chandler versus Pitbull. Yeah. That's going to be a good fight, too. Jack Swagger's fighting there, too.
He's facing the Walmart greeter.
I heard about that.
Taking
Yeah,
the
man.
from Walmart.
Yeah, that freaking dude looks like they picked that guy off the street.
No, straight up, dude. Scott Coker entered Walmart. He's like, "Hi there, welcome to Walmart." Scott Coker's like, "Do you want to fight Jack Swagger?"
Like, yeah,
Well,
sure.
sure. Why not? How much you paying me? $100. Fuck it, I'll do it. All right. He just
Dude,
showed
I
up from
hope
the
that
shift.
I hope that guy gets 10K, man, because that guy looked like 10K could really do something for him.
Yeah.
Well,
He was a highlight at the weigh-in today. Oh my god, dude! He was like, he was so funny. He was doing he did the "We the People" thing, and then he did like the Undertaker cross. Like, doesn't matter. And then Jack Swagger was trying to do it next to him during their pose off, and he said, "That ain't gonna help you. That ain't gonna help you." It was just so funny, man. I was like, God damn, dude! Like that dude right there, Jack Swagger's opponent, T.J. Jones. I don't know who the fuck he beat in professional MMA. I don't know his record. I don't even know if he has a SureDog account. And almost everyone, Kenny Omega has a SureDog account. Yeah, like almost anyone who's stepped in a cage, like I'm gonna look this fool up. T.J. Jones. I don't even think I can find a SureDog account, and that's pretty bad. If I can't find a SureDog account for this guy, let me. Okay, I'm googling T.J. Jones MMA. All right, Tapology. Okay, he has a Tapology account. T.J. Jones, a Tombstone. You guys want to hear T.J. Jones's official record according to Tapology, which, by the way, I don't trust more than SureDog.
Okay.
So as an amateur, he's 1-0. I don't know. He's 1-0. As a pro, he's 1-1. But Tapology has him as 0-1, and we don't know. Wait, what the fuck? Okay, no, he's 1-1. So this first fight was against this guy named Derek Bohe, and he lost via verbal submission, so he just gave up. Then his second fight at RCWC Halloween Brawl on Boot Hill, he beat this a fighter who never fought, and Eric Braley.
Oh man! So basically, in other words, in wrestling terms. I'm sorry, Chase. I'm sorry. Again, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I was just gonna say I just don't trust Tapology that much when it comes to if you look up MMA records. SureDog is really the way to go because SureDog is has at least does research and stuff. But god damn, dude, this guy literally how what the okay, I get it. I understand what Bellator's trying to do. They're trying to make Jack Swagger into a better fighter. But at least when Lashley was fucking fighting, they want to give him all right, dude, here's the Walmart employee. Go beat up this fat guy and stuff. Lashley was facing at least legit looking heavyweights. Why is Jack Swagger facing J.W. Kaiser and freaking T.J. Jones, these freaking Walmart goofy employees? He's literally facing Walmart employees. He's facing the guy off the street. J.W. Kaiser, 2 of his fights, they counted were just bar fights, like bar MMA fights, not even sanctioned or anything. And somehow Scott Coker able the California State Athletic Commission to let him say they had 2 fights on his record when they were just bar fights. And I'm saying bar fights in an MMA cage, not he beat up some guy at the bar. And so now you have this T.J. Jones who's 1-1, and yeah, it makes sense. But can at least Jack Swagger face a guy who's fit? How hard is it to find someone that's built for Jack Swagger to freaking face? I mean, Swagger's a legit athlete. It's ridiculous, man. The fuck I hope T.J. Jones wins. I really do. I hope T.J. Jones. I want Jack Swagger. Look, I support Jack Swagger. I'm happy he's doing well in MMA. I understood the first fight. You give him some fucking bone. That's fine. Yeah. But in a second fight, you should find someone where it's just who's similar to Jack Swagger, who's on the same level. This guy is not on the same level. So I hope Jack Swagger comes in and then T.J. Jones knocks him the fuck out. T.J. Jones nails a right hand. And it's Aaron Pico all over again. All this hype for nothing.
You know what? Just for you saying that, I'm gonna watch the Bellator fight. Just to see.
Yeah. I mean, listen. I think what it is too. I don't want to stay on this whole MMA thing that long. But I feel like it's more let's build this guy up. Let's build him up. Let's get him some wins. Let's get him some notable wins. Not notable like that, but what I mean is some wins over some just random names to just raise the stock a little bit. Eventually, I feel like he will fight some top guys. I'm pretty sure before the year end, they'll do another Bellator heavyweight Grand Prix tournament, and he'll be in it. They got to put him in eventually. That's what I think will happen. I mean, I'm pretty sure Lashley, when his time in Bellator, he fought in random tournaments, right? He did for Bellator, right?
Bellator loves their tournaments, man.
Yeah, I know, but I'm pretty sure he did fight in the tournament. I know that. But anyway, there's Bellator for you on the Zone. The same people they gave you Canelo and Danny Jacobs last week. Not the best fight on Saturday for last Saturday night. Canelo won obviously, but he won by a landslide. But wasn't really the most convincing fight, if you will. But there's that. And it looked like, again, if you got the commentary, they love to suck on Canelo. I thought that was funny as all hell. Speaking of which, let's get into the wrestling talk again. Also, UFC 237 tomorrow. Every Brazilian's on the card almost. Holy shit! When you think about it, you have literally again. It's in Brazil, so it makes sense. Yeah, so you have Francisco Trinidad versus Carlos Diego Ferraro, which is canceled now apparently. So you're starting off the show. It looks like with Irene Aldana and Betch Correia. You have Thiago Alves versus Leonardo Staropoli, Jose Aldo. Well, the way Chael Sonnen would call him, Jose Aldo versus Alexander Volkanovski, Jared Cannonier versus Anderson Silva in the co-main event. In the main event, Rose Namajunas defending the UFC Women's Strawweight Championship versus Jessica Andrade. Jessica Andrade's second attempt at the championship. Should be an interesting fight. It's going to suck, though. They're going to give whoever wins this fight that new UFC belt, which I kind of like, ugh.
I'll tell people this: don't sleep on this card, man. Brazilian cards are normally fucking always good. Like the Brazilian fans always like hype up it. You're gonna get a good fight with Aldo and the Hammer. Those two guys are gonna put on a good show, and most likely the winner of that fight is gonna fight Holloway next. So when it comes down, and then Anderson, this is like Anderson's at the point where he doesn't need to win. But a win over here will help Anderson Silva out a lot, especially because like Silva has been wanting more like dream and super fights. So like this will help Anderson Silva's case for wanting to fight McGregor and everything. So
yeah, there's that. Anyway, guys, let's get into the whole let's get into the wrestling news, if you will. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Shout out to Daywan Brown, Legendary Howard, Andre Corbeil being in the chat. You guys are awesome as always. So, it was announced that today that apparently they're going to air on the WWE Network after Raw, I guess, the match of Bret Hart versus Tim McGee from back in the 80s, whatever. So, that's pretty interesting, right? The match that everybody been wanting to see. It's finally going to be airing, I guess, on WWE program on the network. From what I'm hearing, it'd be like
the shittiest match ever.
What?
I said, I bet it's the shittiest match ever.
I mean, we don't know.
Oh, it's anticipation.
What was that, Chase?
What is this? Like Bret Hart versus Tim McGee? I don't know this. So
yeah, it was a match that happened like in the 80s. It was at a time where Vince McMahon saw Tim McGee as his big deal, but when the match when the bell rang, like the guy really couldn't go. He literally looked like what would happen if Kenny Omega literally took steroids. That's what he looks like, basically, right? You would think he's Kenny Omega's like long lost father and shit.
So literally, he's Kenny Omega now.
Basically now, like imagine if Kenny Omega was Goku and this guy was Bardock, almost. Imagine that, literally.
Okay.
So I guess what Vince at the time saw, like, oh my god, him like being like the next Hulk Hogan. But the problem was when the bell rang, he really couldn't go. So he had him face Bret, so Bret can carry him and shit. And there's a lot of thing about this match. So apparently it never aired on TV. It never did. So I guess Bret had like the tape. And I guess they found the tape finally, and they're gonna probably air it on the network. So there's that.
This is so stupid. Like this. Wait, they're really promoting this up to Raw, man. I'll take another table for three with Rebby Hardy.
I did not see that yet.
Yeah.
I heard so much stuff about it though. But anyway.
Yeah, but guys like Solomonster and stuff has been, clamoring about this for years. and they're finally getting ready to get it, and then we'll figure out what happens next Sunday for his reaction on his podcast. So,
Yeah.
all this
It should be.
anticipation for disappointment.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Also, yeah, let's get into the whole thing. So, how are you guys digging the wild card rules, guys? How do you guys like your wild card rules?
They
I
get
don't
taken
like
off.
wild card.
How do you guys like the fact that Vince McMahon's a genius? Goddamn, I'm a genius, pal. Ha ha. I'm a genius. Goddamn, pal. Ha ha.
The fact that Vince McMahon or anybody who ever thought this rule up. Did you see? No, first off, did you guys see the video that I posted in there about the WWE creative team?
Oh, bro, I did. Oh my god,
Dude,
the cringe, the cringe.
Dude, you see what they hire, right? That's not a spoof. That's real life.
I believe it. I fucking believe it. They hired these soap opera writers, and bro, we've been knowing that for years.
Yeah, I know, but now we can put faces to names.
They don't hire. Listen, they don't hire these diehard wrestling. I think one of the writers, I forgot his name. He said it. I have no history with wrestling. I think one of them said it.
Yeah, he said I have all the experience except for in WWE. He literally said that.
Well, I appreciate listen, I appreciate the honesty, but damn.
And they actually uploaded that, and they fucked up, and they unlisted the video.
You know why they did that, though, right, bro? You know why they did that shit, though. It's simple. I'm surprised. I'm surprised no one realized it. It's the fact that, hey, for a while now, all these YouTubers, all these podcasters have been crapping on WWE's writing team and creative. So you know what it is? Let's air a video showing the writing team, showing how the day-to-day operation goes with WWE writing and creative. Just to show you guys, it's not easy. It's not easy working for WWE creative. It's hard. It's difficult. The grueling challenges that it takes. Just for an old 70-something-year-old guy, a 70-year-old bodybuilding pithant, if you will. Goddamn, pal. Just can rip the paper and start it over and shit. That's what it was. To get sympathy on these fuckers.
Screw that.
But I'll be real about it. I felt like on Monday, for years we've been saying, oh my god, we hate it when they insult your intelligence. I'm going to keep it real with you. I thought this past Monday the show was a complete embarrassment.
Dude,
Yes,
it made me fucking dude. Like for real, you okay? Y'all know I'm a Roman Reigns fan, but why the fuck did Reigns need to be on Raw? Like he's like the big dog has unfinished business. Well, what business? Like, why are you on Raw? What reason are you like? Oh, I need to come on Raw to say my message. Believe that. Seth Rollins seems like he's doing fine. So what is the unfinished business you have? It's your yard. Like, oh my god.
And he mentioned nothing about it.
Yeah. And so Reigns comes down to the ring. Vince goes and he's like, I'm a genius. Wild card rule. Daniel Bryan comes out. Okay, why the fuck is Daniel Bryan coming out? And then Kofi comes out without his boy Xavier. And then this leads him to getting into a title match. And it's like, what? Then Elias, I guess, he's protected by the wild card rule. And then Lars Sullivan comes out like, dude, what is the point? Like the wild card rule? Now, this would have been lit in like 2003 or 04. Like Brock Lesnar comes out. And that's
exactly.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you just had the whole Superstar Shake. You just had that. There's no like, oh man, like this just shows WWE's like, fuck, we need Roman on both brands. Fuck, we need the people who people actually want to watch on both brands, because that's the problem. Raw just doesn't have people want to watch. It's TNA. That's all Raw is now. It's TNA. And the thing was, those guys weren't getting people to watch TNA. So of course people are not watching Raw. This is literally TNA.
Well, Chase, it's funny you mentioned TNA. So, as you guys, and this is a little, side note here, but as you guys know, Impact Wrestling just launched the Impact Plus, or they just rebranded, they just refurbished, or they did a complete
overhaul,
if you will, of the GWN, and now it's called Impact Plus. And apparently, the first month is free for all subscribers. And apparently, fun little fact, it's cheaper than the WWE Network. It's $7.99 a month, right? So, as you guys know, for WrestleMania week, for the month of WrestleMania, month of Royal Rumble, we did retro reviews of old, pay-per-view of those respective events. So, being that the Impact Plus is now a 3-month trial, I'm not sure if Chase or Mike or even Walter, for that matter, are going to stick to it once the month ends. But we're deciding
Let's
to.
put the actual shows on there. Then I
Okay.
will. I'm not gonna be subscribed to something where I don't get their big events.
Yeah. So we're gonna make the best out of the 1-month trial. So we're planning on reviewing a retro Impact pay-per-view from yesteryear. Now, again, there's been talks of, again, I think Chase, you said I think it was Turning Point 09. Walter said 10 10 10. I was thinking of Destination Next 2012, to each their own. So, but I think, let's do Turning Point. Yeah, down with that? Turning Point 09?
Dude, I told you, I don't care. I'm new to this. I got the Impact Plus. I'm enjoying it so far, watching the 02 year. And whatever you guys pick, I'll watch.
So, Chase, which one are we doing Which one are we doing again?
Yeah, that's fine. Like 09 is one of my personal favorite TNA shows. It's like when they started doing the Wrestling Matters movement and AJ was champ. So yeah, I'm good with that.
So, Turning Point 09?
Yeah.
All right, so in 2 weeks' time, we'll be reviewing Turning Point 09. It'll be a Team Heel podcast extra. Now back to the WWE embarrassment. So there's that.
Like I was saying, man, like it's TNA. Like these guys weren't drawing ratings for TNA. So why the fuck do you think they're gonna draw ratings for Raw? It's just the thing is that like here's what people are thinking. Well, yeah, sure, AJ Styles and Seth Rollins are your main guys, but who else do you have that I'm gonna be interested and invested in? You have nobody. And pretty much you showed that this week when you had to bring Kofi, who people are shitting on, but he's a draw. I don't care what anyone says. New Day actually brings money to the table for the WWE. Daniel Bryan, who's one of your top guys, and Roman Reigns all to Raw to save it. It's because you have no one else. No one cares about Robert Roode versus Ricochet. This shit's ridiculous, man.
And not for nothing, and I hate to say this, but with all due respect to everyone out there, but no one cares about AJ Styles and Seth Rollins right now. No one cares.
No.
And it's sad because that's a match that they should care. It's a match that I even said it. They should have done at SummerSlam. I know SummerSlam is like months from now, and it's not even in their fucking radar as I think it should be, right?
No, because here's the issue. They just said, "Oh, well, the fans don't like Corbin, so we're gonna get the match to AJ." Like, because they needed to make Seth Rollins have a #1 contender right away. It's like, well, why don't you just have it where maybe Seth Rollins does something different, and he goes, you know what, like why is it that like we need AJ Styles versus Seth Rollins right now? It's like oh my god, or why didn't they just try something different where it's like, oh, this Money in the Bank, instead of you getting the title shot right away, you have to win the Money in the Bank ladder match and you have to face Seth Rollins. You really want to show that you're the Universal Champion and you're one of the best, you have to face the best at your very worst. Like, that's interesting. That's a story I can get behind. This right here where it's like, oh well, AJ, he had a triple threat match and then he beat Goopy Balls in a match. It's like, oh shit, dude, he beat Goopy Balls. Man, he's on Seth Rollins. No, he's not on Seth Rollins' level. It's like, what you're gonna have this match with Seth Rollins and AJ, and it's just like, what, AJ doesn't win, or what, Seth Rollins win? Like, so it's fucking stupid. Oh, who's a better wrestler?
And not even that, but what's even funny, on Raw this past Monday, they do a tag team match where Baron Corbin pins Seth Rollins. And keep this in mind. That's right there. They're planting the seeds, y'all. They're planting the seeds for Extreme Rules. Because it was advertised, oh, it's Baron Corbin and Seth Rollins for the Universal title, pal. They planted the seeds right there. Keep this in mind. Baron Corbin is in the Money in the Bank ladder match. God forbid. God forbid. I swear to God.
I will break every electronic device in my house if they give him the briefcase again. I swear to God.
Dude. Don't be surprised, dude.
Dude, they might do it twice over because I got a bad feeling.
This is what might happen.
Hold on. I got a bad feeling that Baron Corbin might get the briefcase again and Alexa Bliss might get the briefcase again.
I don't know about Alexa Bliss, but let's assume that it's Baron Corbin again, right? This is what they can probably do. You have him win the briefcase, right? Let him fuck over, I don't know, Ricochet or Mustafa Ali. And you have him cash in during Styles versus Rollins. And he wins the briefcase. And he pins Seth Rollins. God damn it. They might do some shit like that. To get buzz, to get, oh my god, the internet talking, the internet raging and complaining and all that shit.
Dude, man, that's just so dumb.
When you look at this this Money in the Bank briefcase, dude, like why should any of these people win? Braun Strowman sucks. He lost so much steam. Guy won the goopy battle royale. No one cares.
He's
Ricochet.
He's an afterthought now.
You know, once you put the bullet in Ricochet's entrance, you killed all his momentum. Drew McIntyre, like, have we seen anyone just regress? Like after, like, here's the thing, he was better with Dolph Ziggler. That is terrible when we're saying this. That you're better off with. They hear you. They hear you. You should not be better with Dolph Ziggler. You should be happy you're gone from him. He's regressed.
We got a new subscriber. We have a new subscriber. Yeah, we do, guy. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you. You are awesome. You sick fuck. I love you, you sick fuck. You mother flower, you. Haha. Goddamn,
No,
pal.
but as I was saying, what the fuck has like Drew McIntyre done really? Like, he's regressed. He hasn't gotten better, man. He just hasn't. Baron Corbin, what you're gonna give him the briefcase and then waste another year of our life and not do anything with him? Because that was the problem with the whole Constable gimmick. It was a good gimmick. It was just like, we know you're not gonna do anything with him, so why are you giving him all this power? So you're gonna do the same thing. Ali. Like, no offense, Ali's a good wrestler, but we have enough of those idiots on the roster. We don't need more of them. Finn Balor, let's skip this. Like, no.
Finn Balor.
Chase, do it. You!
Whoa. That's all. Fuck. Andrade. Okay, he makes sense. But, like, really, to be honest, how far can Andrade... Like, honestly, Andrade can be a main eventer. I'm not saying, like, this guy is totally lost like all these other guys.
I love Andrade, but, bro, don't give him the mic. Do not give him the mic.
Yeah.
Please don't.
Well, that's the problem. It's like here's the thing. Zelina Vega is a good talker, but when you're a world champion, and everyone's gonna be like, "No, Kish, obviously you didn't watch wrestling in the '80s." No, I need my world champion to also say words too. Like, Brock Lesnar is different. Brock Lesnar has a presence where it's just like, holy shit, this Brock Lesnar. Andrade doesn't have that presence. Andrade straight up looks like any other Chicano I see down the street from my house. Like just like a guy who's in good shape. Looks like he could probably kick my ass if I talk shit to him. Like, yeah, for sure. I can believe him that he could kick ass. But the problem is, like...
But to your point, WWE and NXT did a good job flipping his gimmick and not fucking tossing him to the side like they were getting ready to do.
Yeah. It's like he didn't have, like, the presence where it's like, oh, he can, like as Andrade stands right now, and I'm not saying his whole career, I'm just saying right now, he's just a mid-carder. And then you have Randy Orton, who's the only guy that should win this briefcase. Like, I don't care what anyone says, oh, Chi. No, he's the only guy that makes fucking sense to win this briefcase. Why would you give it to anyone else but Randy Orton right now? Like, Randy Orton's the only guy where it's like, you know what? If you give him the briefcase, you know WWE's not going to fuck up with him. You know WWE's going to let him cash in and succeed. And you know they're going to care about the feud he's going to be in. Like, are you going to sit here and tell me, oh, WWE's going to invest in Andrade? Like, no. Like, oh, yeah, Ali gets the briefcase. They care. Like the only other guy that I see WWE investing in is because they love this idiot is Balor. That's it. Everyone else, you give them the briefcase, you're just wasting that briefcase opportunity. So, honestly, this Money in the Bank ladder match has no steam whatsoever. There's no guys where it's just like, you know what, I want them to succeed. Like, you know how every Money in the Bank, there's like a Christian or a Shelton Benjamin or some guy where you're just like, you know what, man, I'd be okay with them winning the briefcase. There's no guy where it's just like Daniel Bryan, for example, is a perfect one in the 2011 Money in the Bank. Everyone was all big on Wade Barrett and all these other dudes, like Cody Rhodes at the time. And there was one other fool everyone was like, oh, he needs to win the briefcase. But when Daniel Bryan won, no one complained. Everyone's like, you know what? He wasn't my first or even third choice. But man, I'm fine with Daniel Bryan winning. Here, like, if Ali wins, you're just like, whatever. If Finn Balor wins, it's just like, oh, great. We have to deal with this idiot. And then if Braun Strowman wins again, you're just like, oh, this is gay. Not gay. This is dumb. Like, I don't want to watch this. We've seen this already. Like, Braun Strowman is the worst. Like, next to Corbin, Strowman's the worst Money in the Bank holder ever. He literally came out and said, I'm going to catch him. I don't want to sell. Motherfucker, you're a monster among men. Cash in whenever you want. Like, he's so stupid, man.
Yeah. They fucked over these Money in the Bank winners for the last couple of years.
Yeah. And then the icing on the cake from there's a couple more things also that pissed me off on Monday Night Raw. You have the fucking Usos and the Revival. Listen, and I said this on Twitter because apparently someone posted a gif of the Revival trying to scratch themselves and shit in the ring, all silly and shit. And I said this on Twitter. If you ever try to debate someone about pro wrestling, right, defending pro wrestling, and they play you that gif, you can't defend it. You lose the battle. It's embarrassing. And that's really, I'm like, bruh, that's why I knew, like, this show, like, yeah, I knew it was embarrassing, but that really just made it more embarrassing. You took the Usos that were a serious tag team, right, on SmackDown Live, if you will, right, having these killer matches on SmackDown Live. You bring them to Raw, and for some reason, they have this fucking need to tune up the character, tune up something, do some little twist and shit. Just like with the Ricochet theme song, out of fucking Bullet. Just like with Aleister Black on SmackDown now. He has like a little anchor as he climbs, like a little anchor sound when he rises up and shit. Why? And just so they can debut some oozy, hot bullshit. And because the Revival refused to sign this new deal, oh my god, let's fucking rib them, let's fucking haze them and shit. It's stupid. It's sad. It's embarrassing. And you know what's the sad part too, though? It's funny too. Like, people that are saying, right, I can't wait for AEW to come here now, god damn it, are the same people that are gonna tune in to watch Raw and SmackDown the following week. Are the same people that are gonna tune in to watch every other YouTuber's or podcaster's review of Monday Night Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah.
Because goddamn, pal. And then, goddamn, your main event of Raw, you have Kofi Kingston and Daniel Bryan for the WWE Championship in a WrestleMania rematch, which I'm fine with. Fine. But you have a SmackDown Championship match, a SmackDown match, right? Two guys from SmackDown closing Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
That was the bullshit.
Here's, I love when people are like, oh man, this is so stupid. WWE is all mad at the Revival because they don't want to sign contracts, so they're embarrassing them on TV. You do realize that helps the Revival get over. What doesn't help the Revival get over is them not being on TV, because then you just forget about them over time. Like, the Revival doing this stupid shit, people are so dumb. You're feeding into what WWE wants you to believe. Like, you're feeding into like, oh, we're misusing them. Cool. All it's doing is helping the Revival stock. So you're here trying to tell me that this right here is hurting the Revival. Get the fuck on out of here. How long have you been watching this industry? If we've seen anything, it makes people care about them more. Because really, to be honest, if they leave WWE and they go out there and have their quote-unquote good matches, guess what? After the first one, this is what I've always wanted from the Revival. The second one, oh yeah, that's good. The third one, do they do anything else? The fourth one, oh yeah, Revival matches on. Sorry, but not sorry. It's fucking facts. Try to prove me wrong. Why did people love Revival on NXT? Here's the reason why. Here's a fun secret to you. Most people who watch takeovers don't watch weekly NXT. Because if you watch weekly NXT, no one really cared about the Revival in weekly NXT. In fact, all these people saying, oh, we love the Revival, were booing them out of the building when they faced the Authors of Pain at TakeOver Dallas. You fucking dumbasses. So don't sit here and tell me it's hurting. The Revival suck. No, this is helping the Revival. The Revival know this. They're not stupid. They want to. Like, here's the thing. I hate what they're doing with the Usos. I don't know why the Usos are acting like the bathing suit Usos, but they're dressed like the down since day one-ish Usos. Either bring back I'm on top or just stop with this nonsense. Number two, the Revival should be loving this right here. This is what they want because that's how they're over. People care about the Revival when shit's not going right for them. And when shit was going right for them and they were putting on their little 15, 20-minute matches with all their false finishes, guess what people did weekly? They didn't fucking care. They had one good match with Gable and Rude where they won the titles. And guess what? Guess how many more good matches they had, people? 3. And guess who cared? Not you. Nobody. That's just the bottom line. You guys say, oh, they're mistreating the Revival. No. If anything, the Revival are being used correctly because now people care about them. Because if they go out there and have their good fucking matches, guess what? No one fucking cares. And it just shocks me that people still to this day are just so idiotic about this and say that the Revival are being ruined. And, oh, the WWE so petty. This is what they want because they wouldn't want to sign their contract and they extended Dash Wilder's contract. Why the fuck would WWE, like why the fuck would the Revival, like if WWE was so petty, the Revival would be at home. And WWE would be like, no, we don't want you guys being on TV. Because what raises the Revival stock more is being on TV. And sure, some guys didn't benefit for being on TV a lot and doing stupid shit. See Damian Sandow. But guess what? What did people want from Sandow? We want to just see him play his music his own way. And guess what? He did that at Impact Wrestling. And guess who cared? Absolutely fucking no one.
Well, the gimmick in Impact sucked.
Yeah.
Exactly, because that's the gimmick he always wanted to play.
Oh, man, that's terrible, dude.
Yeah, it was. It was.
This is why people like this is where people get like. And here's the thing: I'm not some WWE apologist. I shit on WWE, but I'm just saying when I just see stupid shit, when people go, "Oh, they're mistreating the Revival," and if you're someone that you look forward to your 15-minute Revival matches with the same cutoffs and the same false finishes, cool, be my guest. But guess what? You're in the minority compared to the majority. And that's just the bottom line when it comes down to it. People talk more about the Revival being embarrassed than the Revival having good matches. Prove me wrong. And when the Revival do have good matches against teams you don't like, you don't fucking care. You only care if they're facing DIYs or freaking Goofy McGoobers or the Undisputed Era or Ricochet and Aleister Black. You don't care when they're facing Authors of Pain. You booed them out of the building. Same bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh.
Damn. I love Chase's passion here.
And you know what? You know what?
Now that I think about it,
Come on, man.
Mira esto. God damn, Chase, you just pulled my mother card. You just pulled my mother card, god damn it.
I just get so annoyed when people freaking go like, oh, this is hurting the Revival. This is helping them. Like, what do you mean? Like, then when if they let's just say they finally get a push again in WWE and they're actually having serious matches. Like I said, people will stop caring after the second or third one, but at least people will care from the first one. And maybe they can do something else. Maybe it'll just be like, this is finally the moment. Maybe the Revival finds some momentum. Heck, if they go to AEW or something and they end up being like the big signing and people are so excited and they beat the Bucks on the first night for the AEW tag champs because we all know those guys are going to make themselves tag champs eventually. Just imagine them doing that. It's like, oh, wow, finally the Revival's doing shit that's not freaking getting their backs shaved or doing icy hot balls or, I don't know, like eating hot dogs together or doing the Lady and the Tramp spaghetti skit. I don't know what the fuck WWE is going to book with you guys. All I know is the more they're on TV, the more their stock is better than them not being on TV because they could easily be the fucking club right now and not be on TV. And those guys are actually wasted. Because, like, what momentum does the club have? Like seriously, if they go back to New Japan, sure, a lot of New Japan fans are going to be happy, but a lot of people are just going to be like, all right, cool, they're back. You know, they don't really have the momentum like they used to have.
Or if
man.
Or they can be Sasha Banks right now.
Injuries really messed the Revival up, and also in the beginning, you know, when they came in as the mechanics in NXT, people really didn't believe in them anyway. So the only thing that really, you know, drew people to the Revival was their wrestling ability.
Yeah. And
Yeah, but
also,
what matches did people love about the Revival? There was the DIY
Yeah.
matches against two. It wasn't like, man, I watched the Revival versus or I guess also against Chad Gable and whatever his face was. Yeah, Gable and Jordan. But like literally, no one was like, oh man, dude, I love when Revival took on Sawyer Fulton and Wesley Blake and that. Like no one was like, you know, like no one was saying, oh man, I love when Murphy and Blake took on the Revival. That was one of the matches. No, you don't hear that. It's always against guys they actually like. And that's the problem.
Wasn't an NXT match with the Revival and Enzo and Cass on television? Wasn't that on television?
It was on Roadblock.
That was on the Toronto show, Roadblock.
That was on the Toronto show? Okay.
Yeah.
I like the build up to that, though. The build up to that was pretty good.
Yeah, don't forget who are there. Like I said before, it's Enzo and Cass. Those are people liked. As much as people now like to change this narrative, I never was. Shut the fuck up. And like, stop changing the narrative. Now, I've always never been a Gumby fan, but I've always liked Enzo.
In the words of Connor, this is the calf. This is the calf. This is the calf. And also on Raw, they killed Ramblin' Rabbit. God damn it, yo.
Oh man, I shed a tear when that happened.
Dude, Bray Wyatt's genius.
I love it.
The problem,
I love the character, but I feel like they're rushing it too soon. Like they're doing this whole thing where managers are changing and shit. Eventually, he has to get in the ring.
Yeah, that's the problem. Once he gets in the ring, that's when everything goes downhill for Bray.
I think I want to see him do a live Firefly Funhouse. Like, you know, like from the screen, but it's live.
Oh, I like that, yeah.
Just to see if anybody knows the difference.
Yeah.
No, yeah, because like you said, Steven, once he gets in the ring, oh man, that's when it's like, we're so happy that you're our friends. Now, Bray Wyatt, please go away and never come again. Like you will be like, oh, great. Like that's the problem with Bray. He's just not a good. He's not a good. He's a good wrestler, like from a storyline sense, but he's not a good in-ring worker. And like the thing is, he'll go out there, he'll have his squash match against Heath Slater or something, and guess what? People are just gonna be like, oh, it's same old Bray, you know, same old Bray, and then he's gonna like, it's such a shame. It really is, because he's really doing good stuff with this Firefly Funhouse. Like whenever he says "Yowie," when you go "Yowie," wow. I don't know why.
I'll be saying that at work. I'll be saying that shit at work. Yowie.
That's the thing I always tell people about Bray Wyatt, is that he has the ability to say catchphrases or just say stuff that is very addicting, and like very like you want to say it too, like where you could say it outside of wrestling. Like I can't go around and going to people and be like, hey, I'm the Kingslayer. First of all, people are not going to associate that with Seth Rollins right away. They're going to be like, you're not Jamie Lannister. Sorry. Oh, I didn't watch Game of Thrones. Shut the fuck up. It's season 8. If you have not at least watched episode 1, I don't know what's wrong with you, because they explained that shit in episode 1. You have not watched episode 1. But yeah, it's like, oh, I'm the Kingslayer. Like everyone will be like, you're not Jamie Lannister. I can say Yowie Wowie. No one's going to think about it. They're just going to think, wow, that's fucking hilarious. I don't know where you got that from, but Yowie Wowie. Like, I love that. I love it.
Exactly. Reading the comments, you get to kick as always. Corbin writes, Corbin, long-time listener, writes, don't give us any ideas, Chase. Dewan writes here, I think Bliss will get the briefcase and cash in on Becky. They're killing the Usos. Andre Corbeil writes here, let's face the truth. The day it became a publicly traded company was the day it began to begin a slow, miserable death. What else here? Mike Eichmann writes here, the Revival are only as good as the top talents they are working with. They were never a major impact in the tag division until they worked with a team that got chemistry with them. Oh
Yeah,
my goodness, yeah.
like I said, yeah, and people you like, because some people might not like DIY. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like whatever the Smarks like.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, and that was Raw. And on SmackDown, it's kind of the same old shit, basically.
Dude,
You would think, oh, okay, on SmackDown, right? You would think that Rollins would show up. You would think that, right? But no, he got sent to Europe. So did Roman Reigns, but goddamn, they played a Roman Reigns video package. And listen, I love Roman Reigns. Don't get me wrong. We're all Roman Reigns. We're that pro Roman podcast. We're not like your traditional Roman Reigns podcast that people just shit on and shit like that. But what was the purpose of them playing that video? My question.
He's the big dog.
He's the big dog, but still, it's like, okay. And I hear people say, oh, I'm happy that he's back and all, but damn. I reminded why people are booing. And I get that. I understand, but it's like, ugh. Okay, fine. You had Miz show up. Sami Zayn, who I think is doing a lot of good stuff right now. Say what you want about him. He's like crapping on the internet, crapping on the fan base and shit like that.
I don't like it.
But you know what's sad? Like when the more enjoyable things on Raw, and I'm saying this is Bray Wyatt and Sami Zayn. Like, oh my fucking god! Like that's how bad WWE is right now. I'm like, man, I look forward to when Sami Zayn shits on the IWC.
Me too. It puts a smile on my face, dude. Like, haha. Hate that, dorks. And again, when I call when I call people dorks, I say with love. I love you all, okay? But don't get all salty and shit. Just saying, all right, dorks. Thank you. But yeah, I do love it when Sami craps on the IWC. Kofi Kingston defended the championship twice, 2 nights in a row.
But that doesn't mean anything. Random WWE title matches does not make me want to watch. Like what's the point? Like the thing is, none of those matches had it where it's like, oh shit, Kofi could actually lose. Like I wasn't sitting there like, oh well, Kofi might lose to Bryan. Like no, I don't think they're gonna give the belt to Bryan because I know Bryan's not gonna go to Saudi. And then like with the AJ and Sammy match, it's not like I'm sitting here like, wow, yeah, AJ and Sammy, they have a chance. AJ's gonna face Rollins. Like maybe they'll do AJ versus Rollins for the unified the belt. Like, no, there's nothing in my line of thinking was thinking that. It's just like Kofi's already gonna face Kevin Owens at Money in the Bank. Like they didn't do it. Like just WWE bad right now, man. Like honestly, it's just bad. Like just watching this company, it's just sad of how little effort there is, how they honestly just don't care about giving us just an hour of entertainment. Like that just seems so hard for them to write 1 hour of entertainment, and it's like if you can find a way to make me entertained for an hour out of the two hours of show SmackDown is, that's fine. An hour out of the 3 hours of Raw is a miracle. And I'm not saying like, oh, just 1 full hour. I'm talking about an hour of the whole show. Like that's all you really need, is that at least 1 hour to be a decent show. But yeah.
What else did I miss here? Oh, and they fucking did this whole thing where, what did they do? They had fucking the tag team match with the women, right? Where Mandy Rose got a win, I think, over fucking, who did she pin?
Wasn't it a tag match?
Yeah, it was a tag match, but who did she pin though? Who did she pin?
It was I don't know.
Exactly, that's the point. That's the fucking point. Like, yeah, they only have a women's division, right?
Came out after the match with her 2 minions.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna say this too. As much as yes, I love Kofi. I'll be real about it. Yeah, okay. Listen, Kofi as champ is fine, but honestly, I just wish, honest to God, he would stop throwing pancakes around. I honestly wish he stopped throwing pancakes.
I just want to tell me what's the point of the women's tag titles, because you should just defunct those things and act like they never happened. Like
yeah. And then I hear people say, "Oh, give women a chance." Have you guys seen that? Liv Morgan posted that out, and other women that I think that weren't even used on the show, like Sarah Logan and Ruby Riott and shit like that. Fucking Dana Brooke gave women the chance. Like, bruh.
Oh, again, screw up.
And it is the shit. This is the shit, bruh. I'm tired of this fucking hashtag activist movement. It's like everyone and their fucking mother is a fucking hashtag activist all of a sudden. And I see these dorks on the internet. Oh, hashtag, let's get this trended on Twitter, guys. It's stupid. It's dumb.
But the thing is, these people say, "Oh, I believe in this," and then they're the same people that get annoyed or bored with it easy. That's the problem. It's just like it's just the bandwagon. That's just how wrestling has been since the Punk era. It's just that we like this person or we believe in this cause, and then once they feel like, oh, this cause is not going anywhere, they give up on it, and it is stupid as hell. Oh my God, James Harden took the worst shot I just seen ever. Now, dude, this guy is just the playoffs, man.
Yeah, it's terrible. I know.
Yeah.
I hope they lose.
But there's that. That was SmackDown Live for you, basically, right? What else we had? So there was that. I mean, I guess well, pal, if you want to see 1 hour of good wrestling, go watch NXT. Adam Cole and Matt Riddle, pal. Ha ha. Watch Real Steel. I'm gonna fuck those guys up. Ha ha. You'll see, pal.
Yeah, like the thing with NXT, like here's the thing: Impact Wrestling, you can at least get 1 hour of entertainment from Impact Wrestling. Like at least I can say that about that. But the thing is, people are like, oh, like there's this debate. Oh, the quality of the show is good. Like here's the thing: the quality of the show, like it's important, but it doesn't matter if there's no buzz. Like you know what I'm saying? And the problem with Impact Wrestling is they're putting on solid shows. They just don't have any buzz. Like no one's really like, oh yeah, like everyone does this with Impact. They put on a pay-per-view and everyone said it was good. But how good really is a pay-per-view if people are not following up to watch it? Because the only people watching the Impact pay-per-view are the Impact Wrestling fans. It's not like a new fan is coming out every week and saying, you know what, I should watch Impact Wrestling. No, they're just putting on okay wrestling, and that's fine. You can put on okay wrestling. But guess what? If it doesn't lead to people watching, it doesn't fucking matter. And that's the thing. That's why with people with AEW and this Turner deal, so what? They can put on good wrestling.
Yeah.
It's a good thing
you can lead off of it. No, you can lead. You can give out the news, but I'm just gonna say you can put on good wrestling and good quality. But guess what? It doesn't matter. People don't care. But AEW does have buzz, unlike Impact does right now. But how much longer that buzz will last?
People won't say the same about Ring of Honor. I pretty much have them in the same boat as Impact. Yeah. People don't watch, the weekly show of Ring of Honor. They just watch the pay-per-views.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Or not, they'll attend the live events and shit like that. But,
even NXT too, where it's like most of the people who aren't diehard NXT fans, they only watch NXT takeovers. They don't watch the fucking weeklies because they're just like, I'll just wait for the spoilers come in.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Like, and I review NXT every week, and I'm really like, yo, why am I even reviewing this every single fucking week?
Yeah, I put up a review, and I was like, why did I even do this?
Exactly. Like, don't get me wrong. It's because the key thing about it, I didn't do a Raw review, I didn't do a SmackDown review this week. So it's like, you know what, fuck it. I knew we're doing the podcast. I knew that already. But I want to get some so I want to be active at least on the channel, get some action going and shit. So fuck it. Here's our content, if you will. But anyway. It's funny. It's okay if y'all still on and get on for via car. Well, let's get Walter on. Hop on. Walter's gonna get on for a little bit. He's on his car, if you will. He's gonna get on from his car. Walter's gonna be joining us in a little bit, Mr. The Queen Slayer or the Slayer himself. But it's funny you guys mentioned AEW. So apparently, guys, according to the Wrap, the current plans call for a select members of the press to make an announcement 1 hour ahead of next week's Warner Media Upfront event. The arrangement made between the parties allegedly calls for a group of reporters to be informed of the deal on an embargoed basis the night before. So basically, it's reportedly that AEW is reportedly virtually done making a deal with Turner to air their weekly television show on TNT this fall. Apparently, it's going to be happening almost the same time as WWE is moving SmackDown to Fox in the fall as well. Walter going to be joining us. So, Chase, if you guys, one of you guys can get Walter in the call, if you guys can. All right, one of you guys get Walter in the call. If anything, I'll add him into the call. Just fucking why not? Tell Walter to get on. All right. If anything, you know what? I'll call him, and you know what? When he gets on, there he is. There's the panty dropper himself. We're getting him on now. He's gonna be in his car, so I don't know how audible will be, but fuck it, we'll get him in anyway. So AEW President Tony Khan, hashtag Twisted Tony, and a group of wrestlers are expected to be in attendance at the pitch to media buyers. The event is taking place at Madison Square Garden on Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. The rep reports that says current plans call for the AEW TV show to begin on TNT this fall, and apparently per Jim Ross, he stated that the show would be 2 hours long. So here's the thing about it, okay? And I said this when this came out, and I said this on Twitter early this morning, and I think people kind of didn't really see the big picture here. And this goes to all the diehard. But Walter, by the way, how you been, brother?
This mic's muted.
Oh shit, Walter, your mic's muted.
Can you hear me?
There you go, bro. How you been, brother? How you been? You in your car, man? How are you, pal?
I am. Is it loud or?
It's good, bro. You're good. I hear you, man. You're good.
You can hear me, okay.
So
splendid, yeah.
So we're talking about this AEW, man, All Elite Wrestling. So they're getting this TV deal with Fox. So I put this tweet early in the morning. Keep this in mind. I did a wake and bake this morning. For those of you who don't know what that means, wake and bake is you wake up and you smoke weed, and then I went to work at UPS, right? So I was baked when I put out this tweet. I want people to keep that in mind. I was baked. Okay? And this is what I wrote. And I've been waiting to write this shit for a while. This is what I said in quote. AEW getting this TV deal with TNT, supposedly, right? Because, again, we don't even know if it's official yet. That's what they're saying. But, again, take it for what it's worth. Can we be honest at the same time? If AEW gets momentum going, I hope you dorks realize that they are going to kill the indie scene the same way people say WWE kills it, locking talent to deals. A lot of angry indie promoters on the way. And that's what I wrote. Basically. And oh my God, I was like, oh, no, you're wrong, Steve. It's not even like that. They're helping out the indies and shit like that. Which is true. I'll give you that. They are helping out the indies. They're giving talent, if you will, that rub. Hey, talent that people may not even heard of, Fine and Dandy right now. That's what they're supposed to do right now. I hope people realize that. Because again, we don't know if they'll catch momentum. Let's assume, hypothetically speaking, yes, they do catch momentum. They do get those viewers, right? Those in the 2 million or so, right? Let's assume they do, for hypothetically speaking, okay? You think for 1 second they're going to let their talent do the indies after that? Fuck no. You think for one solitary second, let's assume again, AEW locks in, again, they get all this momentum, right? You think Cody gonna go and say, well, Joey, I'm gonna let you do your spring break, okay? For that Pissant weekend, you can go do your spring break. No, he's gonna be like, well, Joey, you know, you're here with All Elite Wrestling, and you're not gonna be doing your spring break no more. No more Lost in LA. Hell no, buddy. No more preaching for that Pissant weekends and shit. No. It's gonna happen, and that's what I'm trying to say. Listen. It's cool that they're giving a hand to the indies. It's cool they're giving talent the rub. That's all awesome. But do you think, again, for 1 second there, that the moment these guys catch momentum, the moment they get the buzz going, the moment they get those big numbers, do you think for one they're going to let these talent go out there back on the indies? Fuck no. They're going to lock these talents in. Just have a lot of these upset indie promoters. And not only that, they're going to go out of the way to try to take every talent from the independent circuit. That's what I'm trying to say.
That's the business world, though.
That's the business. And again, listen, they're going on a major platform, which is TNT, supposedly, right?
That's great.
This is no longer some smart mark network bullshit anymore.
Right.
You're going on a major platform. I hope all the diehards realize that. So don't expect. I'm sorry to say, but don't expect your indie spot fest 25 minutes of clothesline, near fall. Let's end the match with a fucking clothesline. Kick out a 5 super. You're not getting that anymore. Because again,
they're gonna be disappointed.
The idea is, hey, you're gonna try to attract the casuals.
Yeah, man. Like, can you imagine the TNT crew of Chuck, Shaq, Chuck, and Kenny, and they have to post this shit. And Charles,
they're gonna be joking around about it.
Yeah, they're gonna joke about this shit. Like, they're gonna laugh on NBA on TNT. It's not gonna, and everyone's gonna be like, they will promote it on NBA. They promote everything on TNT. They promote claws on NBA on TNT. So shut up. Like, for real. Like, this is where, like, and another thing that Steven was talking about, what people don't understand, people always wonder, how come Vince doesn't go out there and let other wrestlers work with other companies? Well, here's the thing. You got to protect your brand. You're not going to be like, hey, yeah, you can let Seth Rollins wrestle this guy's world champion. Well, guess what? Seth Rollins needs to beat that guy's world champion, and Seth Rollins better beat all these idiots on the independents because he's better than them. He's the universal WWE champion. Oh, well, you know, he can have a fluke loss. Nope. Because guess what? Then that independent wrestler is as good as Seth Rollins. So guess what? He should be signed by WWE. But really, he's not as good as Seth Rollins because he's not signed by WWE. He's still signed by Houston Championship Wrestling. And he'll never get there. He'll never get to WWE. It was just Houston Championship Wrestling was borrowing.
Yeah.
So here's the thing.
Why do you guys think, I'm sorry to cut you off, but why do you think WWE took Tony Storm off the Stardom event? Because they did not want Tony Storm jobbing out or doing the honors, if you will, or putting over Bea Priestley. Because Bea Priestley signed to AEW.
Right.
Again, it's protecting the brand, protecting their property.
Yeah, even then.
But like also too, people need to realize this is also network and public, and this is where WWE being a public company, this is a network thing too. Do you think USA Network wants WWE to let Roman Reigns walk wherever he wants? No, Roman Reigns is an intellectual property for USA Network. Roman Reigns is a guy who draws in ratings for USA Network. They don't want Roman Reigns being anywhere else. They want Roman Reigns exclusively on USA Network. Like that's what people don't understand. Like USA Network, the network tells people what to do too. People don't realize how important the network is. They want it where it's like, hey, if you watch Raw, this is the only chance you get to see John Cena. You won't see John Cena anywhere else. And that's part of the marketing pitch. That's part of the commercials. Like, for example, if it's like, well, why would I have to watch USA Network's Monday Night Raw, which is a bad show, to watch Cena when Cena's on ROH and ROH could be a better product at the moment of time? I'm just going to watch ROH on this said broadcast station. No, like that's ridiculous. They're not going to do that. Like the USA Network's going to be like, fuck no. Like it's different because USA Network's a subsidiary of NBC, but like Fox, are you really going to tell Fox, oh yeah, man, we're just going to have Roman Reigns go wrestle on the New Japan Network, New Japan World, and he's going to lose to Tanahashi? Oh hell no, he's not. This is the guy that we signed up for. Like, think about it. The UFC, when they had the deal with Fox, guess what? Fox demanded they needed a McGregor card on their show. They said, we need a McGregor card on Fox. Dana White said, well, he's not worthy of Fox. We're going to put him on Fox Sports 1. And then somehow UFC got twisted into putting Dennis, who did he face? The mini Brock Lesnar, Steven. Who is that again? Dennis Bermuda or whatever his name is. The German guy that he beat up before he beat up Aldo. But you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Fox demands like stars. Like, yeah, sure, the UFC will say, hey, certain guys are pay-per-view guys, and Fox understands. But man, dude, if Fox wants a title fight, Dana White can give him the flyweights all they want because, hey, it's still a title fight. But that's the thing. You're not going to freaking have it and get and piss off the network that's paying you money to show a product. You're going to protect your stars. And what if Fox does the same thing? What if TNT does the same thing, saying, hey,
exactly,
we really like Neville, like Pac. Pac's a great guy. We want to keep him safe. Guess what?
So again, don't be surprised. Again, yeah, right now, to my understanding, the contract that they're signed. Keep this in mind. I would love to see an AEW contract. I wish someone can download a PDF file or something of a basic AEW contract to get an understanding of what it is right now. Because I guarantee you, listen, again,
get leaked.
I hope it does, bro. I don't mean to be a dick when I say it again. Listen, I want AEW to have success. I've been saying that for a while. I've been saying that, yes, the fan base can be annoying as shit on social media. And the thing is, though, our intent is not to convince an AEW diehard to, look how we're looking at it. No, that's not the point. That's not going to happen. A lot of fans, this is the reality of it. They're stuck in their bubble. They're stuck in their...
Yeah, I'm trying to educate
Yeah.
Wrestling fans about, and first of all, I was gonna be like, Keith, what do you know? My uncle has worked in the Staples Center, so I know a lot about stadiums. I have family members who work, by the way, for NBC Universal, which, by the way, one of my aunts works for USA Network. So, yeah, I have knowledge there too. My dad used to be a truck driver for WWE. Oh wow. Now you know some fun stuff there. And I used to train to be a wrestler. I'm just trying to use what I have as educational tools, just like Brian Alvarez does, just like Simon from What Culture does, just like any other guy that has somewhat of experience or some sort of insider knowledge would. Do I know everything? No. But what I'm trying to do is educate you on some business sides. I'm trying to just tell you, networks do this. And maybe AEW will work a deal. Like, that's all I'm trying to tell you. I'm not trying to tell you oh, you're wrong. Like, you can tell me, no, Chase, you're wrong. All right, then prove my facts. Do you have someone that works in a network? And we can discuss this. But I know for a fact, when you're with a big network, they're not going to want their stars or the people that they're promoting to go fuck off somewhere else. And especially when it comes to sports. Sports, they always want, like why do you think the big game on Fox is always Red Sox and Yankees, or ESPN has certain rights, or like CBS every year for college football, they always have to have Alabama and LSU. Even if that's not even the biggest game in the SEC, they always need it because that to them is the game that they need to have, the rivalry game, the love affair of Alabama versus LSU. That's the thing. Certain networks are protective over certain things. The Masters, that's always going to be on fucking CBS. It's never going to change. CBS is not going to be like, okay, yeah, NBC Sports, you can have the Masters. No, the Daytona 500. Do you think Fox is going to be like, oh yeah, you hey, ESPN, you want the Daytona 500? No. The Super Bowl has a different deal because they're built to have what's it called? That's an agreement of the 3 different channels. That's fine. That's different.
A multi-network deal.
Yeah.
Well, the Super Bowl is a agreement between all 3 networks that they'll share the Super Bowl together. Yeah.
Exactly.
Every
again,
year,
listen,
network.
I want them to have success. I think everyone wants them to have success. We're not here. We're not saying that because you gotta think about it. Someone early said, give the tape before you bury it. I'm not burying anything. Burying would be if I sat here and said, fuck AEW. I hope it fails. I never said that. I want them to have success.
And also somebody calls you a WWE apologist.
Nah, he's cool as hell. We're cool.
I know, but this is what we're trying to say.
You gotta understand, a lot of these fans that could go
to these indie shows. Been crapping on the product for weeks already?
A lot of these indie fans, a lot of the diehard indie fans that just go to indie shows and spend their money on the Saturday nights and shit and go out of their way to get these interviews and shit like that. Again, they have this hope, and I get that. I understand there's this hope. Because let's be real about it, WWE at a time when they're struggling to get people's attention, to get people excited, to get people to look forward to Money in the Bank, a simple fucking filler pay-per-view in the middle of the year, right? Post WrestleMania, there's AEW who has the opportunity. Get the thing about it. Again, it's not only that, but they're gonna be on TNT, Turner Network, right? Not smartmarktv.com, not fucking YouTube channel and shit. They have the opportunity to make a buzz. Like Cody would say, write his own song, right? Some shit like
play my music my own way.
Exactly.
That's what
they have that opportunity. They have the opportunity to do so. They do.
Like, I just want AEW to be on weekly TV and provide a good income for boys. That's it. But here's the thing. I'm going to challenge and question moves that AEW does. Just like I do with WWE. Just like I do with Impact Wrestling. It doesn't make me a hater. But hey, if you want to say I'm a hater, go right ahead. Call me it. And guess what? I'll sit here and say, I don't care. I don't care if you think I'm a hater. I'll always challenge AEW. I'll always challenge them to do better. Because that's what I expect from my products, is to do better. And maybe some people will say, why don't you sit back and be a fan? I'm not wired like you. I'm not going to force you to be like me. But if I can educate you and help you understand certain things that happen, and when they happen, and instead of getting in an uproar and being upset that, oh, the contracts are different, or AEW is actually doing this. Instead, you would have been like, wow, if I would have just listened to what this one guy was saying about networks and shit, maybe I would have said, wow, you know what? I'm not that pissed off by it.
And listen, let's see what happens a year from now. Because I guarantee you, again, a year from now or so, when they do get the buzz and all that momentum, right? You think they're gonna, again, I said this earlier, you think they're gonna allow their talents to go back on the indie scene and work the indies? You think they're gonna let
It's not gonna.
They're not.
And this is not gonna be. And here's the thing: this is not gonna be a Cody theme. This is not gonna be a Bucks theme. Not allowing them to do this. This is gonna be a Tony Khan / network thing. Tony Khan's gonna do this because Tony. Like, here's the thing: I just want to end this, but from on my half with the Tony Khan thing. I get so annoyed when people go, Tony Khan is a fan of the business. He's one of us. He knows what's up. Motherfuckers. He's also a fan of professional football and football, also known as soccer. And this motherfucker still does mediocre at that. Just because you're a fan of something does not mean you know what's best. Sure, you may have some pulse, but what pulse does Tony Khan really have if we're sitting here debating? We're sitting here and debating a lot of his moves and judgments as a fan. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Listen, again, you know, and I'm gonna wrap this up too. I want them to have success. I want them to, again, be that hope, if you will, right? I want that to happen. I'm gonna watch Double or Nothing. Apparently, Double or Nothing, for a little fact, gonna be airing on ITV pay-per-view in the UK, which is a good one in itself. Also, apparently, from what I heard, it's gonna be free. You hear about that? It's gonna be free to watch.
Free where?
On Bleacher Report Live.
Yeah, it's gonna
That
be free.
costs money, no? Bleacher Report Live costs money.
I don't know.
That's how I watch some soccer games.
It'd be free, I heard. But anyway, again, I'll watch it through Fight TV. I'll look forward to it. But at the same time, again, I want to see in a year from now, if they get the buzz, they get the momentum, or will they allow a Jungle Boy to wrestle at Bar Wrestling? Will they allow MJF to wrestle on MLW TV? Or hey, will Joey Janela be allowed to wrestle at GCW and do his spring break shows every WrestleMania weekend, or his Escape from LA show SummerSlam weekend or shit like that? Or will they allow the Young Bucks to wrestle in AAA? Or hell, will they even allow freaking the guys that are in the bottom in the totem pole in AEW to work their mom and pop feds? We'll see a year from now. And listen, and if we're wrong, if we are wrong in what we're saying, I don't know about you, but I'll say on my behalf, I will come here and say, you know what, I was wrong. I was wrong, and good for them.
All right. Well, Steven, Big Mike, and Walter, it's always a wonderful pleasure talking to you three gentlemen. But I'm going to have to do some white people work, aka since I'm graduating, I'm going to do what most white people do, and that's decorate my cat.
Black people do that too.
Decorate what? Your cap and gown?
Black people do that too. What the fuck? What the fuck?
You said decorate your cap and gown?
My cap.
Oh yeah,
Black
your
people
cap.
do that too.
No, I didn't do it, man. I'm kind of boring, so I just kept it normal. But
Yeah,
I seen mad people do it though. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's just white people.
Keep posted on the IG because the unveil will be posted there.
Oh,
so I'm going to go out and pick up the materials right now. But thank you, Steven, for having me, as always.
As always, brother.
We all, again,
the four of us.
With my schedule opening up, you might hear more of my annoying voice.
Oh, I can't wait, bro. I love that. Again, guys, we're getting back together 2 weeks from now to review Turning Point 09 from Impact Wrestling.
Turning Point, oh boy.
That should be fun. Also, again, guys, before we wrap this up as well, because again, Che, did you see the Dark Side of the Ring, the series? Have you been watching it?
He left.
Oh, he left already. Fine, that's it. Guys, you want to follow Chase? It's at Chase68 on Twitter. But I did watch Dark Side of the Ring. I did watch the Gino Hernandez episode. Goddamn, yo.
I didn't watch it.
I did, dude. I'm not going to, again, for your sake, I know you didn't watch it. But it's a sad episode, dude. It's very, very sad.
That's another sad one.
It's bruh. You gotta understand, dude.
I didn't know how to take, because when I watched the Von Erich's one, I dang near cried.
Nah, dude. The thing with him is like, bro, he's an example of what could have been in the business. You know what
Oh
I mean?
yeah.
It's like you hear someone say, "Oh, this guy was so good at you know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, he had it unfortunate, right? Like, you gotta keep this in mind. Gino Hernandez died at 28 years old. He died at 28.
Yeah, that's young.
He's my age when he died. I didn't know he was married. He had kids. I didn't know that. But
He died in a car crash, right?
nah, he died in you gotta understand. He died off an overdose. So saying it's
Oh,
overdose of cocaine.
Okay.
People say he was murdered. People will say he was found dead in his room for days. He was found dead. The body was decomposing and shit. Keep that in mind. So again, just watch it, dude. Again, there's closure at the end with his mom and all that. So again, I'm enjoying these series. I really, really am. Apparently, the season finale I think is coming up next week with Fabulous Moolah.
That should be fun.
That should be fun as well. I hope, honestly, there's a season 2. I hope there is. There's talks of season 2 already.
Yeah.
It's been refreshing. Walt, have you been watching any of it, by the way?
I have not.
You should.
Dude, you must watch those,
But
man. They're
that
pretty
sounds
good.
that does sound very intriguing. Hopefully I get the chance to watch it. So we'll see.
Yeah, there's that. Wrapping up as well, MLW has signed the Ross and Marshall Von Erich, the sons of Kevin Von Erich. So good on them for that.
More Von Erichs.
Yeah.
Good, man. Those dudes, from a look wise, they got good looks, man.
They do, yeah. No homo, they do. But again, back to what we were saying. Back to what we were saying earlier. You know, with the whole AEW thing, and I didn't mention this earlier, but I mention it now. And let's again assume they get the buzz, the momentum, and all that shit, right? Let's keep it 100. It's the death blow to Ring of Honor and Impact Wrestling.
Impact Wrestling? What is Impact Wrestling?
No, but I'm just saying though, it's the death blow. Can you think about it? When you think of people saying, "Oh, the number 2 promotion in America or North America," it's Impact and Ring of Honor, right? But let's assume again, this company AEW gets the traction, they get the momentum, they get the buzz, they get the numbers, right? It's the death blow to Ring of Honor and Impact.
Dude, they better surpass them. I mean, geez, it's like you're stacked. You have more money than them technically. So why the fuck, gotta make some moves.
We'll see. Again, if I'm wrong with what I said earlier, then I'll come here and I'll say that I was wrong.
I like that they're forcing WWE to overpay their wrestlers.
I like that.
That's the best part. That's the best part about all that. That's all.
Yeah. Walter, you're on location, bro. Where you at, brother? Where you at, man?
Well, I've been driving the highway for the past 20 minutes. I'm going to be heading to a business trip. No, it's not a business trip.
Oh, man.
A nice trip.
Walter's on assignment, guys. He's on assignment for the podcast.
I'm on assignment, going to Greenwich. Then I invade Vince's house.
There you go, Vince.
If I say some shit like that, fuck, I'll get caught right now.
Isn't Greenwich the rich part?
Yeah, it's the rich part.
Yeah. So, Walter,
Vince lives around there. Mm-hmm.
You are actually heading to take over Connecticut coming up in a couple of weeks?
I most likely will. I mean, it's in Bridgeport, man. It's like 10 minutes from my house. Like,
see, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I'm thinking about it. I really, really am. A part of me, I don't know yet, dude, because it's Connecticut. And I'm not driving my car.
It's the 25th anniversary. No, you don't have to drive. I could tell you how to get here. What do you take to get to New York? NJ Transit, right?
NJ Transit, I take, and then
I could tell you what to do the rest of the way. Then
it's like I looked it up. It's like a 2-hour ride. It's like a 2-hour fucking ride, basically.
With car.
Goddamn,
driving is driving there is 1 hour and 49 minutes, almost 2 hours driving.
Oh, that's not that bad,
bro. Nah, dude.
You're not used to that much driving.
I'm not. I can drive, dude. Again, I'm a beast driver, but just I'm not trying. My dad's. It's an old car. It's a '98 CRV. It's on. It's like.
I could find you parking around there where you don't have to pay and everything. So.
I believe it. We have to smoke again and show we did WrestleMania weekend. All that crap.
You could do that there.
I know. But anyway, also, guys.
Literally, it's Bridgeport.
I know. I'm about to crash your house.
Idiot, almost some idiot on the road. Huh?
That being said, too, I didn't mention this early on as well, but this Lars Sullivan thing. Lars Sullivan was also been in talks.
Boy.
Apparently, we're saying some racial remarks. Apparently, I guess he got called out by Big E and shit like that, which was fucked up in its own part. I think I mentioned this earlier, but I'll say it here again. if you guys want to call out Lars Sullivan, again, if people saying, "Oh, forgive him," is fucked up in the past, it's fine and dandy. But if we're gonna forgive Lars Sullivan and give him a free pass, then you might as well give Hulk Hogan a pass too. That's all I'm saying.
I think those are the same people that give Hulk Hogan a pass. I mean, it's tough, you know. Hey, you know, just apologize for something that's sensitive nowadays. You know, maybe back then it would have been as bad. But like, you know, the worst part is the person who leaked all this shit. Like, who has the time to be finding old shit like that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's just,
exactly. Yeah, absolutely.
It's just kind of dumb.
Also, before we wrap this up, I know Mike, you're not big into soccer like me and Walter are, but dude, god damn, bro, I'm mad, bro. My pool got fucked, dude. My Champions League pool got fucked.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I had Barca and Ajax in the finals, yo.
I think everyone did. I mean,
bro, I ain't gonna lie, yo.
Bullshit.
The MVP team is Ajax, bro. If there's an MVP team, it's Ajax.
That was so unfortunate the way they lost.
Dude, it's sad. I wanted to cry with them, bro. I really did. Yeah. Like, yo, think about this, right? Leo Messi scores the best goal of the Champions League. The best goal, but bro, that goal, I'm gonna say, I know a lot of our listeners are not gonna give a shit about soccer. I understand that, okay? But the point of the matter, yo, Leo Messi scored one of those goals that we'll talk about for years to come.
Well, I guess, but didn't lead to shit. That's the problem.
Yeah, and then they got
lost. They choked 2 years in a row.
And keep this in mind, bro. Liverpool played with no Mohamed Salah, no Firmino, bro, and they fucking just wrecked through them. Like, what?
That's kudos to Liverpool, to be honest, too. I mean, they played better. If you want to be fair, dude, they played better than Barcelona without goals, I think.
Yeah,
if you really watched the game, Liverpool could have either won or tied it. They just were so unlucky that day. But, yeah. I mean, shit, that sucks.
Also, Tottenham and fucking Ajax, bro. My heart just went out for Ajax. Like, they scored the first goal in the second game, and then fucking Tottenham just... What I found funny, though, the reaction of people in BBC Sports and fucking Bleacher Report, just their reaction to Tottenham making this comeback.
Yeah, because it was crazy. I mean, I don't know what was crazy. That one of Liverpool's, but it's because it was in the last minute. That's why.
Nah, but dude, then you go over to the Europa League. Fucking Chelsea and Arsenal in the finale, dude.
See, now that's what we're talking about.
So you have literally all four
English teams, all four
in the finale of the top European tournament. This is basically what happened. Imagine if you had, for example, right, the Boston Celtics in the NBA Finals. At the same time, you had the Boston Bruins in the Stanley Cup. At the same time, you have the New England Patriots
in the Super Bowl
and the New England Revolution in the MLS Championship. That's the equivalent.
Revolution.
That's basically the equivalent. Like, holy shit! Imagine if all four of your major teams in your city were in their respective championship game.
That ain't happening anytime soon.
And you know what's sad, though? I don't think Messi's playing another Champions League. I think it's done. After it's done.
But that was their best chance, bro. I don't know what they're doing.
Real Madrid wasn't in it, and it's like, bro, they just squandered it, bro.
Juventus wasn't in it, and they fucked that up. I don't know, man. Yeah. I think Liverpool should win this one because from last year they lost, so they got to kind of avenge that. But we'll see.
Yeah. Anywho, this was fun. So Walter, Mother's Day Sunday. I know I asked Chase, I've asked Mike what they're doing. Chase is gonna do some gonna be running for Mother's Day and stuff like that. Mom out to eat. Mike is with his family taking out Mike's mom to eat. What are you doing, Mike, for your Mother's Day? What are you gonna be doing, brother?
What?
Walter, what are you doing for Mother's Day, brother? I'm sorry.
I wasn't gonna say anything because you said that.
Walter, what you doing for Mother's Day, brother?
It's all good. Well, I really don't know. I mean, I think taking out to eat sounds like a great idea. I already got her present, but maybe going out to eat doesn't sound too bad.
Well, I'm off. I am off on Sunday from work, which is great. Awesome.
Yeah.
You guys, Walter, you know us Peruvians, we love to eat. So I'm gonna be bringing my Pyrex containers, if you will. I'm gonna rack up on champagne, ceviche.
You cooking.
My tia's bringing my aunt, my godmother, by the way, my madrina, if you will. She's bringing chaufa. My mom is making champagne. She's making ceviche, and she's making what's it called? Ceviche, papalo and cayena, bro. I'm stacked. So you can imagine, bro. I'm just bringing these containers. Say no more, bro. I'm set for the week. I'm set for the week.
I'd shit my pants on that.
Oh, bro, imagine that day though at the fucking motel, bro, in Brooklyn. Holy shit, just like that, dude. Just like that.
Oh.
I know. But there's that, guys. I hope you all had a fun time tonight. I hope this was fun. Thanks, Chase, for getting on. I know Connor's already live with the OK Fabe Show, so guys, do me a favor. Head over to his channel right now. He's live with the OK Fabe Show on his YouTube channel. Head over to his channel. Show him some love. An amazing show as always. This does it for us. We'll be back likely this Sunday. I'm not sure yet. With Around the Point, we'll keep you posted on social media. But you can follow the Team Hill Podcast on Twitter at Team Hill Podcast. The podcast will be available on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, Podbean, Spotify, iHeart Radio. So please, guys, if you listen to the podcast on iTunes, do us a favor. Give us that 5-star rating. Leave us a review. As a matter of fact, I think next week we'll start reading. We're going to read some iTunes reviews. We're going to read them and see what they have to say. Because, again, I know we have some reviews on iTunes. We have some reviews. So I want to read them and see what the fuck they got to say. All right? So I appreciate, guys, your feedback through there as well. If you're on the YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button down below. And, again, guys, show us some love. You can follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven. If you're on the channel, hit that subscribe button. Also, check me out on Instagram at HeelSteven. All right? But that's going to be it for me. I'm going to leave. Again, I want to thank Chase Oliver for coming in tonight. You guys can follow him on Twitter at ChaseOliver68. Check out his YouTube channel, youtube.com/Chase Oliver. He's graduating college next week, so I'm happy for him. I'm so proud of him. Chase, we love you. We're happy for you. Congratulations on graduating and on to your
big
next
moment.
Big moment, brother. Big moment.
Congrats.
Enjoy it, dude. I do hope to God, bro, he does the Ric Flair strut, or he does the fucking Jeff Jarrett strut, or he does the McGregor walk when he gets the diploma. I really do. I hope someone films it. I want to see it. I fucking want to see it, dude. Seriously. But that's gonna be it for me, guys. Thank you guys as always. Big Mike, let them know, bro. Where can they follow the man with the golden charm, bro? In Detroit.
Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter at Big Mike 199519 and on YouTube at Big Mike's Wrestling Recap Show.
Walter, bro, where can these fine ladies follow the Queen Slayer, bro? It's KWEEN Slayer. Mr. I Just Fucked Your Girl. Mr. I Am the Reason for Mother's Day himself, Walter. What's up, bro? Let them know, bro.
Yeah, you can check me out on Twitter at Walter.
Hey, I'm Walter. They say, guys, it's HEY. I am Walter, the UK champion. With that being said, we're gonna play some DMX. Ain't No Sunshine tomorrow. Anderson Silva, the Spider, y'all. UFC 237 and Bellator 2, guys. That being said, y'all, we are out like Janice Titties. I'm Steve. He's Mike, Walter, Chase. Thank you all. We're out. Peace out, dorks.